Hi, everyone. I am joined by Diego Pacheco, who has another incredible step-up fight coming up on November 18 against Marcelo Esteban Coceres at the YouTube Theater in Inglewood, California. The fight's going to headline a main event on DAZN. And Diego, it's also going to be a homecoming fight for you. Here you are, born and raised in Los Angeles, and you're going to be fighting in your backyard in Inglewood. I guess let's kick it off right there. What is that moment and feeling going to be like for you?
Man, it's the whole fight week, the build up for the fight, the from when it got announced, I was really excited. To be back fighting in Los Angeles, my hometown. I haven't fought here since 2019, so it's been a long time. And to be back headlining my own show is it's a dream come true, man. I'm very excited. I'm super grateful for this opportunity and just ready to go, man. Ready to put on a show this Saturday on DAZN.
Mm-hmm. And if you don't mind me asking, how many tickets have you already had to give out to all your friends and family?
Man, yeah, I gave out a few tickets already, man, and there's people still asking for more, but whoever is willing to support and purchase their own ticket, man, I'm really grateful for that and just thankful for for everyone who's been showing support since the get-go. I've been pro now for 5 years and yeah, man, the love and support has just been growing with time and I'm thankful for that.
Yeah, I was there to cover your United States debut in your third fight at the Forum. This one's going to be across the street at the YouTube Theater. You're only going to be the second boxer to ever headline a fight there. What's that opportunity going to be like to kind of come out with this showcase opportunity in an arena no one's really seen before and being a part of that?
It's great, man. The YouTube Theater is a new theater that they built with the SoFi Stadium, and the SoFi is one of the best stadiums in the whole world. The YouTube Theater is all up to date with the technology and all those things, and just excited. Alexis Rocha was the first guy to have his own show at the YouTube Theater. Now it's my turn, and I'm just excited, man. To be back home, hometown fans, friends, family, everyone gets to come watch me perform live. It's just exciting, man. I've had a great training camp, preparing well for this tough Argentinian opponent. And just excited, man. Excited to go 20-0 and get one step closer to competing for a world title.
Yeah, and Marcelo Coceres, he's been in there with both world champions and up and comers like you. I mean, he gave Billy Joe Saunders all he could handle back in 2019. He was actually up on the cards on one of the cards in the 11th round and could have fought to a majority draw before he got stopped. He obviously dropped Edgar Berlanga in a very competitive fight, gave Eric Garcia everything he could handle. Now you're that next guy that wants to be tested by him. Why do you think he was the perfect opponent for you to further prove yourself?
Like you said, he's been in some great world championship fights. He's given world champions a run for their money. Great fights, and like you said, Edgar Berlanga, a guy who a lot of people want to see me match up with. He gave him his toughest fight yet. So I just want to go in there and really show the difference in the levels. I will go in there and show that I can control the fight. I can keep the fight in my pace and really just outclass Marcelo. I feel my skills and my hard work will be the difference in this fight. And a lot of people, they think it's going to be a tough fight because of the fights he's been in the past. But this is where I get to show where my level is and the difference in my skills compared to the guys he's fought in the past.
Absolutely, and you've been ascending fairly quickly, 19-0, 16 KOs ever since you turned pro in 2018. Coceres, he's 32-5-1, 18 KOs. What do you think are you going to have to do better than him in this fight in order to pull it off?
I feel I just have to, stick to the game plan, which is, keep the fight in my rhythm, keep my jab out there. I'm obviously a lot taller than he is, so, keep the fight at the range I want to keep it at. Really just control the fight with my range, land those body shots that I love to land, and really just break him down, as the rounds go on. Just control the fight, like I said, and eventually I'll get him out of there. It's gonna be a great fight. I don't take nothing from him. He's a great fighter, but like I said, you guys will see the difference in the levels in this fight.
You talk about the preparation. You're still training with Jose Benavidez Sr. in Washington and the rest of the Benavidez team. What has that process been like? Training alongside perhaps one of the best super middleweights in the world.
Oh yeah, man, it's great. Training alongside David Benavidez, his brother Jose, and all the other guys down there. My little brothers in training camp down there in Seattle with me as well. It's great, to be around great fighters who've been at the top of the game, who've been world champions before. And David's also getting ready for a big fight against Andrade next week. So, to be in camp together with him is just great. Everyone's locked in, everyone's pushing each other. And yeah, man, it's just a great learning experience being alongside these guys, and I'm grateful for it, and just ready to, ready to perform this Saturday.
Did you guys give each other sparring for both of your respective fights as well too, or have you guys kind of separated your ways at this point?
Before we started like actual training camp, we were sparring. This was back in like August. Before he had an opponent locked in. After he got Andrade locked in, then he had to bring in southpaw sparring partners because Andrade is a southpaw, and I have my own sparring partners as well. So yeah, in terms of sparring, we didn't do much sparring this camp, but we're there alongside each other training, and I'm watching him spar, he's watching me spar. We're helping each other out when we're just training in the gym, and yeah, it's great. Jose Benavidez is a great trainer. He's always there with us, making sure we're learning off each other. We're getting everything we can in the gym, and yeah, man, camp has just been great alongside these guys.
What is that like to have you have better fighters around you in order to level up yourself? I mean, obviously David is more advanced in his career. You guys are around the same age, not too far off, but he's more advanced. He's knocking on the doorstep of perhaps a Canelo fight or a Morel fight after this should all go well. What is that like to be training and getting guidance from him?
I mean, it's great. In my eyes, I feel David Benavidez is the best 168-pound fighter in the world. So, to be training alongside him, I mean, what doesn't get better than that, you know what I mean? So just super grateful, that I get to be alongside him, and it's good, man. He's been at the top. He's always giving me um tips in the gym, or he's giving me tips on how to move certain ways, because like you said, he's been through what I'm going through right now. So I'm always listening, I'm always a student of the game. I'm always trying to get better in every sense of life, so just great, man. I'm grateful, and I appreciate all the guys down there. They're paving the way for me.
Absolutely. And let's talk about 2024 a little bit. I mean, the plan for you, of course, is to comfortably get past Caceres to prove your true talent and potential. You're on the short list for many Prospect of the Year awards. You also had some showcase fights around the world, fighting in Liverpool and Mexico and now in your hometown. In an ideal world, what does your 2024 look like?
I want to, like I've talked about it before. I'm not overlooking Caceres. I'm not making plans before this fight. My focus 100% right now is Marcelo Caceres. But if I could, after everything goes well, this fight, God willing, I want to step up in competition. I want to, like ex world champion or another up and coming fighter. Edgar Berlanga is a name that's been thrown a lot to me, and I told my whole team that I feel I'm ready for that fight. My team feels I'm ready. We asked for that fight already, so hopefully that fight comes through, and that'll be a really big fight, to really cement my name in the 168-pound division as one of the best in the division, and that's what I'm looking for, fights that'll help me prove myself the way I want to, and those fights will come. I'm with a great promoter like Matchroom who makes all these fights happen, and I don't see why I won't get a fight in the beginning of next year.
Yeah, Berlanga obviously tight to Matchroom as well too, so that fight should be fairly easy to make if everything makes sense. But why do you feel you're better than Edgar Berlanga?
It's just, my skill wise, skills like, it's something that I've worked on my whole life, and every fight, you guys see me getting better. I could get a guy out of there, or I can box a guy all 12, 10, 12 rounds, it doesn't matter. And it's just what I do, man. I don't take any time off. I'm always in the gym. I'm always trying to get better. And you guys see it every fight, I'm getting better. I'm only getting older. I'm getting stronger. I'm getting wiser. And this fight will be no different. This Saturday you guys will see an even better, stronger Diego Pacheco, and I'm only gonna keep getting better. And I feel I'm one of the best in the division. And every guy who's I've been in the ring with will say the same thing. And it's only a matter of time. I can sit here and say everything, and just speak my mind as much as I want, but actions are what really matters. So you guys we'll just have to wait and see. Time will tell, and yeah, man, I'm just excited for the future.
Do you feel also that your career and skills is more advanced than Berlanga at this point? He's 26, you're 22, but do you feel you're more progressed and have more all around talent than he does?
100%. 100%. I believe I'm a fighter that doesn't rely on just one certain thing in the ring. I can do everything. I can box. I can fight going forward. I can fight going backwards. I can sit in the pocket and fight in there if I have to. But I just have a lot of tools in my toolbox. I can pull them out whenever I need to. I can make the fight, a clean boxing class, or I can get dirty in the inside. It's just something that's in me. It's in me to be an amazing boxer and to just figure out a way to come out with the win.
Mm-hmm. You're in a very unique position because you're at 168 pounds. That division is controlled by Canelo. So David Benavidez is next in line. There's some other fighters who kind of are going to want to be in that revolving door of top fights. And you're going to have to kind of scratch and claw your way to kind of pound the table, just like Benavidez has, for example. Uh, let's talk about that fight with Benavidez and Canelo. How do you see it unfolding, and why do you think? I'm sure you're going with Benavidez, so why do you feel he's going to beat Canelo?
I just feel he's a fighter who's a lot more hungry. He throws a lot more punches. He's a aggressive fighter who also has a lot of skills. I've seen him in the gym. He's constantly working on everything. Defense, offense, slipping, angles, stepping back, all the little things, man. He's trying to perfect them, and it's funny because you have some of Canelo's sparring partners come up to Seattle and work with us, and they're like, man, like this is why Canelo doesn't want to fight you, David, because you're the Mexican monster. You're a beast. You're too much. And that's what I feel will make the difference. Canelo's a great fighter. I take nothing from him. He's a hell of a fighter. He's a legend. He's one of the best of our generation. But I feel now that he's like, I don't know, he's like 33 now or 34. I feel like he's not in his prime anymore. I feel like pretty soon he'll have to pass the torch down to someone else, and I feel like that time is coming very soon.